Have you ever felt spiritually full, yet emotionally drained? Surrounded by noise, yet starving for peace? Today, we're talking about fasting. Not just as a religious act in the Bible. God, it's about humbling the soul to encounter. Fasting was expected. It was normal. It was powerful. In Joel 2:12, God says, "Return to me with all your heart, with fasting, with weeping, and with mourning." Notice that fasting is connected to returning. It brings us back when life has pulled us away. Spiritually, fasting clears the static. It quiets the flesh so the spirit can speak. Every craving we deny becomes a reminder. God, you are my true source. When Jesus fasted in the wilderness in Matthew 4, he faced temptation at his weakest physically. Yet he was strongest spiritually. Fasting didn't weaken him. It revealed his authority. But how does fasting relate to everyday life? Fasting teaches discipline in a world of indulgence. We live in a culture that says feed every craving, satisfy every urge. Fasting says, I am not ruled by my appetite. And that principle goes beyond food. You can fast negativity. Fast social media. Fast complaining. Fast fear. Anything that has become louder than God's voice can be placed on the altar. Fasting also exposes what controls us. When you remove something and agitation rises, you've discovered attachment. And that's not condemnation, that's revelation. God reveals to heal. Life is full of distractions. Deadlines, parenting, finances, relationships. Even as you raise, loosen, and pour into his little world, there are constant demands pulling at you. Fasting becomes sacred space. It says, God, before I lead, create, post, speak, or decide, I sit with you. In Isaiah 58, God describes the fast he chooses. Not just abstaining from food, but breaking chains, feeding the hungry, freeing the oppressed. True fasting shifts our focus outward. It softens our hearts. It aligns us with heaven's priorities. Fasting is not punishment. It's preparation. It prepares you for clarity, for direction, for breakthrough. Many of the greatest biblical moments were preceded by fasting. Decisions, miracles, assignments. And here's the beautiful paradox. When you fast from the temporary, you feast on the eternal. When you empty yourself of distraction, God fills you with strength. When you say no to the flesh, you say yes to the Spirit. Maybe you don't need a 40-day fast. Maybe you need one intentional day. One sunrise to sunset surrender. 1 week of guarded words. 1 season of deeper prayer. Fasting reminds us that life is not sustained by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. And when we realign with that truth, everything else falls into order. So if you've been feeling scattered, overwhelmed, spiritually dry, perhaps the invitation isn't to do more. Perhaps it's to pause, to fast, to return. Because when you fast with the right heart, you don't lose, you gain. You gain clarity, authority, sensitivity, peace. And in a noisy world, that is a feast.